On March 29, 2025, the digital world watched as X, the social media platform formerly known as Twitter, experienced a major outage. This unexpected event sent shockwaves through the online community, leaving millions of users in a state of bewilderment and frustration. Millions of users across the globe were suddenly cut off from their accounts, unable to post, read, or interact with the platform. The outage was not just a minor inconvenience. It disrupted the daily routines of countless individuals who rely on X for news, communication, and entertainment. The outage began without warning, plunging users into a state of confusion and frustration. Many took to other social media platforms to express their disbelief and seek answers. But the silence from X only added to the growing sense of unease. Social media, once a constant stream of information and connection, had gone silent. The digital void left many feeling isolated and disconnected, highlighting just how integral these platforms have become in our lives. This wasn't the first time X had faced technical difficulties since Elon Musk's acquisition and rebranding. The platform had undergone significant changes, and while some were welcomed, others had been met with criticism and technical hiccups. However, this outage was different. It was more widespread, lasted longer, and seemed to impact core functionalities of the platform. Users were left in the dark, with no official statement from X to explain the situation. It was more widespread, lasted longer, and seemed to impact core functionalities of the platform. The outage affected not just casual users but also businesses and influencers who rely on X for their livelihood. Initial reports indicated a possible server overload as the root cause, but concrete information from X remained scarce. Speculations ran wild, with some suggesting a cyber attack while others blamed internal technical failures. The silence from X only amplified the growing sense of unease among its users. The lack of communication from the platform's management left many feeling abandoned and anxious about the future of their digital presence. Many were left wondering about the extent of the outage and, more importantly, when they could expect to regain access to their accounts. The uncertainty led to a flurry of online discussions, with users sharing their experiences and theories about the cause of the outage. The outage served as a stark reminder of our reliance on social media platforms and the potential consequences when these digital lifelines are severed. It also sparked conversations about the need for better communication and transparency from tech companies during such crises. As minutes turned into hours, it became clear that this was no ordinary technical glitch. The prolonged downtime raised questions about the platform's infrastructure and its ability to handle large-scale disruptions. The X outage was quickly escalating into a major news story, with implications reaching far beyond the world of social media. News outlets around the globe began covering the event, analyzing its impact on users, businesses, and the broader digital landscape. Experts weighed in on the situation, discussing the potential causes and long-term effects of the outage. Some pointed to the increasing complexity of social media platforms and the challenges of maintaining their stability, while others highlighted the need for better disaster recovery plans. In the midst of the chaos, a sense of community began to emerge. Users rallied together, offering support and solidarity to those affected by the outage. Alternative social media platforms saw a surge in activity as people sought new ways to stay connected. After several hours of uncertainty, X finally began to restore its services. Users rejoiced as they regained access to their accounts, and the digital world slowly returned to normal. The outage had left a lasting impression, serving as a powerful reminder of the fragility of our digital lives and the importance of resilience in the face of unexpected challenges. The X outage spread rapidly, like wildfire across a dry forest, catching everyone off guard. It affected users across the United States and around the world, leaving millions disconnected and frustrated. Major cities like New York, Los Angeles, and London reported significant disruptions, with the bustling urban centers coming to a digital standstill. Thousands of users found themselves unable to access the platform, their screens frozen in time. The outage appeared to be particularly severe in North America, where the digital blackout was almost complete in some areas. Reports suggested a near-total blackout in certain regions, with entire communities cut off from their digital lifelines. Users in Europe and Asia also experienced difficulties, though the impact was less severe compared to the widespread chaos in North America. The comparison maps showed a stark contrast, with fewer reports coming in from Europe and Asia, highlighting the uneven impact of the outage. Outage maps and user-generated reports painted a picture of a global platform struggling to stay afloat, as users from all corners of the world shared their experiences. As the outage persisted, frustration grew exponentially, with users expressing their anger and confusion. Many users flocked to alternative platforms to vent their frustrations and seek updates, creating a ripple effect across the digital landscape. The geographical spread of the outage highlighted the truly global nature of X, showcasing its extensive reach across continents. Its reach across borders and time zones became evident, as users from different parts of the world experienced the outage simultaneously. This was not just a localized issue. It was a global phenomenon impacting millions, transcending geographical boundaries. The scale of the outage served as a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of the digital world, where a single disruption can have far-reaching consequences. The potential for widespread disruption was clear, as the outage underscored the vulnerabilities inherent in our digital infrastructure. Users scrambled to troubleshoot the issue, flooding tech support lines and forums with questions and complaints. News outlets quickly picked up the story, with headlines declaring a digital crisis of unprecedented scale. Experts weighed in, providing insights into the possible causes and implications of such a massive outage. In the meantime, people adapted to the outage in various ways, resorting to offline methods of communication and entertainment. Behind the scenes, social media teams and engineers worked tirelessly to resolve the issue and restore normalcy. Gradually, services began to be restored, and users started to get back online, though the memory of the outage lingered. The incident prompted reflection on the fragility of our digital dependencies and the need for more robust systems. Moving forward, it highlighted the importance of future tech innovations and advancements in digital infrastructure to prevent such crises. Despite the chaos, there was a hopeful outlook, with people looking forward to a more resilient and reliable digital future. The reaction from X users was swift and vocal. Frustration, confusion, and even humor filled the digital void left by the platform's silence. Hashtags like #XCrashed and #BringBackTwitter began trending on competing platforms as users scrambled to share their experiences and find answers. "I rely on X for work, news, and staying connected," one user lamented on Instagram. "This outage is a major inconvenience." Another user joked on Facebook, "Guess I'll have to actually talk to people in person now. What is this, 2019? The outage sparked a wave of memes and humorous takes on the situation, providing a temporary distraction from the underlying frustration. However, beneath the humor, there was a palpable sense of unease. For many, X had become an indispensable tool for communication, information, and even activism. Its sudden absence left a void felt by millions. Section 4. Unfazed investors, X's steady stock performance. Despite the widespread outage and negative press, X's stock value remained relatively stable in the immediate aftermath. This stability came as a surprise to many, given the severity of the outage and the potential implications for the company's operations and reputation. While some analysts predicted a dip in share prices, investors seemed to be taking a wait-and-see approach. This cautious optimism was reflected in the trading volumes, which did not show any significant spikes in selling activity. Instead, many investors appeared to be holding on to their shares, perhaps waiting for more information before making any drastic decisions. This could be attributed to a number of factors, including the company's recent financial performance. X had reported strong earnings in the previous quarters, which may have bolstered investor confidence. Additionally, the company's robust cash reserves and diversified revenue streams provided a cushion against short-term disruptions, and the belief that the outage, while significant, was likely temporary. Many investors and analysts believed that the technical issues would be resolved swiftly, allowing the company to resume normal operations without long-term damage. Some market analysts speculated that the lack of a major stock drop indicated confidence in Elon Musk's ability to navigate the situation and restore the platform to its former glory. Musk's track record of overcoming challenges and driving innovation may have reassured investors that the company was in capable hands. Others pointed to the broader market trends, suggesting that X's stock performance might be more reflective of overall market stability rather than a vote of confidence in the company itself. The stock market had been experiencing a period of relative calm, with major indices showing steady growth. This macroeconomic stability could have contributed to the resilience of X's stock price. Regardless of the reasons behind it, the steady stock performance provided a glimmer of hope for X and its investors. It suggested that, at least for the time being, the market was willing to give the company the benefit of the doubt. This stability was crucial for maintaining investor morale and preventing a potential sell-off. It remained to be seen whether this stability would hold as the full extent of the outage and its potential long-term consequences became clearer. Investors and analysts would be closely monitoring the situation, looking for any signs of lasting impact on the company's operations, customer base, and financial health. The coming weeks and months would be critical in determining whether X could fully recover from this setback and continue its growth trajectory. Section 5. Trouble in Tesla Town, Bomb Threats and Vandalism. As if the X outage wasn't enough, Elon Musk found himself grappling with a series of alarming incidents targeting his electric car company, Tesla. Dealerships across the country reported receiving bomb threats, while acts of vandalism against Tesla vehicles and property became increasingly common. The incidents appeared to be coordinated and motivated by a growing backlash against Musk and his business practices. While the exact motives behind these attacks remained unclear, some speculated a connection to the recent controversies surrounding Musk and his companies. The X outage, coupled with ongoing legal battles and public scrutiny over Tesla's self-driving technology, had painted a target on Musk's back. These incidents raised serious concerns about the safety of Tesla employees and customers and highlighted the potential for online criticism to spill over into real-world violence. Law enforcement agencies launched investigations into the threats and acts of vandalism,